Amish quilts are much more than just bed coverings. They are beautiful works of art, carefully made by hand. Each stitch tells a story of tradition and community. The patterns are often bold and geometric, using deep, rich colors. These quilts are famous around the world for their quality and their simple beauty. For the Amish people, quilting is a cherished skill passed down through generations. It is a way for women to gather, share stories, and create something lasting. These creations are a vibrant part of Amish culture, reflecting their values of hard work and simplicity in every thread. The significance of quilting in Amish life runs very deep. It is not merely a hobby, it is an integral part of their social fabric and domestic economy. Young girls learn to quilt from their mothers and grandmothers. This learning process teaches them patience, precision, and the importance of contributing to the family. Quilts are often made for special occasions, such as weddings or births. They become treasured family heirlooms passed from one generation to the next. These handcrafted items represent love, care, and the enduring strength of family ties within the Amish community. The act of creating a quilt is also a communal activity, strengthening social bonds and providing a space for fellowship and mutual support. Beyond the visible beauty of Amish quilts lies a fascinating and lesser-known practice. Some Amish women have a tradition of sewing cash directly into their quilts. This is not a common practice known to the outside world. It is a quiet, discreet way of saving money. The money is carefully hidden within the layers of fabric and batting. It might be tucked into a corner or distributed among several patches. This secret method of saving is unique to certain Amish communities or families. It reflects their practical approach to life and their resourcefulness in managing their finances without relying on modern banking systems. This practice of embedding money into quilts is done with great care. The bills are usually folded neatly and small. They are then stitched securely so they cannot be easily seen or felt. The quilt still looks and feels like any other beautiful Amish quilt. Only the maker, and perhaps her close family, would know about the hidden treasure within. This secrecy is important. It protects the savings and maintains the family's privacy regarding their financial matters. The quilt becomes more than just a blanket. It transforms into a secret savings account, a tangible store of value held within the home. This hidden financial layer adds another dimension to the already rich story of each quilt, making it a personal and secure financial tool. The primary reason behind sewing cash into quilts is rooted in the Amish value of frugality. Amish people live a life that emphasizes simplicity and avoids waste. They are taught from a young age to be careful with resources. This includes money, food, and materials. Saving money is seen as a responsible and wise practice. It is a way to prepare for future needs and unexpected events. This tradition of thrift is not about being stingy. Rather, it is about being good stewards of what they have. This mindset guides many of their daily decisions and practices, including how they manage their finances. Forethought is another key element driving this unique savings method. The Amish understand the importance of planning for the future. They prefer to be self-sufficient and rely on their community rather than outside institutions. Sewing cash into a quilt is a tangible way to set aside funds. These funds are not for frivolous spending. They are typically earmarked for significant purposes, such as helping family members or contributing to community needs. This careful planning ensures stability and security for both the individual family and the wider community. This hands-on approach to saving instills a deep appreciation for every dollar earned and every stitch made, fostering a strong work ethic from a young age. The quilts with hidden cash function almost like a decentralized community bank. While individual families save within their own quilts, the collective practice contributes to the overall financial resilience of the community. If one family faces hardship, others who have saved in this manner might be able to assist. This system relies on trust and a shared understanding of mutual support. It is less formal than a traditional bank but can be just as effective for their specific needs. The quilt therefore becomes a symbol not just of individual thrift, but of collective financial strength and preparedness within the close-knit community. This method of saving is also incredibly practical within the Amish lifestyle. Many Amish communities operate largely with cash. Having accessible cash reserves within the home, securely hidden, makes sense for their daily transactions and larger expenditures. This practicality is a hallmark of Amish solutions to everyday challenges, demonstrating their ability to create systems that work seamlessly within their way of life. From quilt to feast-funding community celebrations. One of the most heartwarming uses of the cash stitched into quilts is to fund community feasts and gatherings. These events are vital to Amish social and religious life. They include weddings, church services, barn raisings, and holiday celebrations. Such gatherings often involve feeding a large number of people. The costs for food and supplies can be quite substantial. The money carefully saved within the quilts can be retrieved when needed for these important occasions. This ensures that community events can be held with generosity and abundance, reinforcing the bonds between members. Imagine a wedding celebration in an Amish community. These are joyous, large-scale events, often with hundreds of guests. Providing food for everyone requires careful planning and significant resources. Families might contribute dishes, but there are always additional costs. The cash saved in a quilt by the bride's family, or even contributed by other community members through their own quilt savings, can help cover these expenses. This allows the focus to remain on the celebration and the spiritual significance of the event, rather than financial strain. The practice of sewing cash into quilts, and then using that money for communal purposes, profoundly strengthens community bonds. When individuals save with the community in mind, it fosters a sense of collective responsibility. Knowing that your neighbor might be setting aside resources that could one day help you, or that your savings could help a community celebration, creates a powerful sense of interconnectedness. This shared purpose goes beyond mere financial transactions. It builds trust and deepens relationships. It transforms individual acts of saving into a collective expression of care and mutual reliance. These quilt savings contribute to a culture of generosity. The Amish are well known for their willingness to help one another. This tradition provides a tangible means to enact that generosity. When a need arises, whether it is for a family facing medical expenses or for a community project, these hidden reserves can be called upon. This ability to respond quickly and effectively to needs within the community reinforces the idea that no one is alone. The tradition of sewing cash into quilts likely has deep historical roots. In times before modern banking was widespread or trusted, people from many cultures found creative ways to safeguard their savings. For rural communities, and particularly for groups like the Amish, who maintained a degree of separation from mainstream society, keeping valuables at home was common. Quilts, being essential household items, and often intricate and time-consuming to create, offered a discreet and relatively secure place to hide money. This practice would have been passed down through families, adapting over time but retaining its core purpose. Consider the historical context of Amish life. They have faced periods of persecution and have often valued privacy and self-reliance. Relying on external institutions might have felt risky. Keeping savings within the home, integrated into an object of daily use and cultural significance, provided a sense of control and security. While Amish communities are private, one can imagine the quiet stories shared among women about this tradition. Picture an older grossmother or grandmother teaching her granddaughter the final stitches on her wedding quilt. As she guides the young woman's hand, she might discreetly show her how to tuck a few carefully folded bills into a special hidden pocket within the batting. She would explain that this small sum is a blessing for her new home, a little secret to help them start their life together, or perhaps to contribute to their first big community supper as a married couple. This moment would be a rite of passage, a sharing of wisdom. Another story might involve a young family facing an unexpected hardship. Perhaps a sudden illness requires a trip to a doctor, or a storm damages their small workshop. The husband and wife might sit together quietly one evening discussing their worries. The wife then remembers the emergency fund her mother helped her stitch into a particular quilt, one made with prayers and hopes for their future. Carefully, they might retrieve the needed cash, feeling a sense of relief and gratitude for the forethought that provided this safety net. The Amish tradition of sewing cash into quilts is a remarkable testament to their ingenuity and core values. It is a practice born from a deep understanding of frugality, forethought, and the importance of community. More than just a clever way to save money, it is a system that intertwines financial prudence with artistic expression and communal responsibility. This quiet act of stitching currency into the layers of a quilt reflects a profound commitment to self-reliance and mutual support. It is a beautiful example of how tradition can serve practical needs while reinforcing cultural identity in a simple yet profound manner. This unique savings method highlights the resourcefulness that characterizes Amish life. In a world increasingly reliant on complex financial systems, the Amish have maintained a straightforward, tangible approach to managing their resources. The quilt, already a symbol of warmth, family, and heritage, takes on an additional layer of significance as a vessel for future security and communal well-being. This practice demonstrates a deep trust in their own methods and in the strength of their community bonds, proving that simple solutions, rooted in tradition, can be incredibly effective and meaningful for their way of life. Ultimately, the secret of cash stitched into Amish quilts celebrates a way of life that values simplicity, hard work, and looking out for one another.